like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Southern California as we've got playoff football ahead in the City of Angels. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Rams. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
On first down, it's Stokes. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
That's complete. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Hey, you got three down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
That's it, baby.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, third and long.
You ain't doing nothing today. Let's go.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6.
Push him back. He's coming. We got double up. Check good.
They'll try the left side. Stokes. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now third and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Check. 190. We got it. Gun. Go get him.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Try to jet sweep here, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. On second down, it's Robinson. 9 good yards there on the run, and now third down.
Alert. 57 to Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Slam. 64.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the gun on third down, Wilson. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion.
Here we go. Two times.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Couple of plays set them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This will be caught inside the 10. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On second down now, it's Stokes. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to air one out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Here we go. Pittsburgh. I got you, son. I got you, son.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 8-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Touch, move 15. 12.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
48-yard line.
Ready. 51. Go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
They'll run on 1st down. Stokes. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Big stop. Let's go.
off here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On third down, Pollard, and he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Is the distance on the punt there. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Quan Alexander showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Here we go, D.
Jackson from the shotgun. Benjamin's got it. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. Play action. Now Jackson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You ain't going nowhere.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Completes it to Benjamin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or intercept.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Number 53, Mike 53. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Jackson. Able to find Walter. That's complete. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
That's good for the Rams. First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now first and 10. Jackson now, operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Incomplete from the contact. It leads to second and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
Watch left. Yo. Yo. Kill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Jackson now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Jackson. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Here's Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. And they try to sweep to Jones. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 22 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 31, Wilson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to look deep for Moore. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Check the backer, check the backer.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Jackson. He's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They'll try to run this one in. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, G. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Brings up 2nd and
2nd and 9. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Lions on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And this will be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now they'll toss to Jones running left. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Now it's Jackson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Wilson. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Quan Alexander picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
They'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over. Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. And that disastrous play partner is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's happened to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. This will be fielded at the 17. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Their coaching staff, they were pretty adamant beginning of the year. Our goal is to get to the Super Bowl. Well, they made it to the playoffs. That's part 1, but they fall a little bit short.
And to me, once again, it exemplifies just how difficult it is to not just make the playoffs, but to win games in the playoffs. So you can set your goals high, but if anything is off during that time, you have some key injuries or you just don't play well, you get a bad matchup where that team just has better strength than you in certain areas, this is how it ends. So I don't think it's a total loss of a season, but obviously didn't get where they wanted to go.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams are victorious here as we say so long from Exposition Park in L.A.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable.